Welcome to Mysteries Decoded by I. I'm Natas, and tonight, we're unraveling one of the most explosive events in American history, the Lincoln conspiracy. What if the most famous assassination in American history was built on a lie? What if the man we were told pulled the trigger was just one piece of a larger, more insidious plot? Tonight, we break down the official story, the cover-ups, and the shocking theories that suggest Lincoln's murder wasn't just a crime, but a carefully orchestrated coup. April 14, 1865, the night that changed America. Washington, D.C. The Civil War is all but over. The city hums with celebration. But beneath it, the nation is fragile, on the brink of an uncertain future. The wounds of war are still raw. And with Lincoln's plan for reconstruction, powerful forces on both sides fear what comes next. In a nation still reeling from war and deep political divides, anything was possible. President Abraham Lincoln, exhausted but victorious, looks forward to a rare night of relaxation at Ford's Theater. But in the audience, lurking in the shadows, is John Wilkes Booth, an actor turned assassin, a man who believed himself to be the hand of fate. Booth was more than an actor, he was a Confederate zealot with a taste for the spotlight. Driven by ego and a thirst for legacy, he had plotted for months, assembling a network of conspirators who aimed to throw the Union into chaos. Tonight, however, Booth was alone in his mission. As the play unfolds, he creeps silently through the dimly lit corridor behind Lincoln's private box. The scent of candle wax and musty velvet fills the air. A flicker of light catches the glint of the small Derringer pistol hidden within his coat. He hesitates only for a moment. Then, as the audience erupts in laughter at a well-timed joke, he pulls the trigger. A single shot, point blank to the back of the head. Lincoln slumps forward, lifeless. Booth leaps from the box, landing hard on stage. His ankle twists, he's hurt, but that doesn't stop him. He raises his knife in the air, voice ringing out with defiance. Sic semper tyrannis, thus always to tyrants. Then he limps off into the darkness, vanishing into the night. But was Booth truly the mastermind, or just a pawn in a far-reaching conspiracy? The official story versus the unanswered questions. History tells us Booth acted out of Confederate loyalty, that he was enraged by the South's defeat and sought vengeance. He fled the scene, leading authorities on a 12-day manhunt, only to be cornered in a Virginia barn and shot dead by Union soldiers. Case closed. Or was it? The conspiracies begin. The inconsistencies pile up. Witnesses who saw Booth's body claimed it looked nothing like him. The corpse had red hair, Booth's was jet black. His broken leg, allegedly on the wrong side. Booth's diary mysteriously had missing pages. When the War Department finally released it, sections were ripped out. What did they contain? Who was he in contact with? Secretary of War Edwin Stanton took full control of the investigation, shutting out Lincoln's inner circle. Was he covering something up? No verified autopsy photos exist. Although officials confirmed Booth's identity, Stanton ensured that no public viewing of the photographs ever took place. The original images, gone. The deeper you dig, the more the story starts to crack. Let's talk about Stanton. The Stanton connection, a coup in the making. One of the most persistent theories suggests that Lincoln's own Secretary of War, Edwin Stanton, was involved. Stanton had much to gain. He despised Lincoln's post-war reconciliation plans and sought harsher measures against the South. But more than that, he wanted power. Stanton ruled with an iron fist, ruthless, secretive, and obsessively controlling. He had a hand in everything that passed through Washington. He micromanaged the war effort with an iron grip. And when Lincoln was assassinated, he took complete charge of the response within hours. He declared martial law, took command of the investigation, and controlled the flow of information. Some say he even tampered with Booth's diary, removing key names that could have exposed the truth. Why was Stanton so desperate to silence Booth? Some accounts suggest Booth had inside knowledge of high-level Union corruption, or that he was part of a larger plan, one that Lincoln never saw coming. If these conspiracies hold weight, then we aren't just questioning Lincoln's assassination, we're questioning the entire foundation of American history. The Greenbacks theory: did Lincoln threaten the wrong people? The Confederate connection to Booth is well documented. But what if Booth's backers weren't just Southern rebels, but international bankers? Lincoln defied the banks, printing his own Greenbacks, a move that may have signed his death warrant. This move cut out powerful financial interests who made their fortunes lending money to nations at war. By eliminating Lincoln, Did these financial powers regain control over America's money? Many believe so, and if true, that means Lincoln wasn't just assassinated, he was removed. Did Booth really die at Garrett's farm? The official record states that Booth was shot and killed at Garrett's farm. But what if the man in that barn wasn't Booth at all? Booth's body was buried in secrecy, with no public verification. His tattoos and scars matched, but some witnesses swore the corpse looked different. Years later, a man named John Street Helen confessed on his deathbed in Texas, claiming he was Booth. His facial features, handwriting, and even a telltale neck scar matched Booth's known records. Booth's vertebrae were preserved, yet no full forensic re-examination has ever been permitted. Why not? Could Booth have escaped, living under an assumed identity, protected by those who orchestrated the assassination? The AI analysis: what can modern science tell us? Using forensic science, we compare historical records, witness testimonies, and modern investigative techniques. Here's what we find: the lack of a verified autopsy on Booth leaves room for doubt. The government buried him in secrecy. Why? The handwriting comparisons between Booth's confirmed letters and John Street Helen's match in over 90% of stylistic markers. Edwin Stanton seized all communications regarding the assassination and destroyed key evidence before leaving office. If Booth was a lone gunman, why the cover-up? Modern forensic re-examinations of Booth's preserved vertebrae could conclusively prove his identity, so why has no official effort been made to do so? Final thoughts. What do you believe? Was Lincoln's assassination really just the work of a disgruntled actor? Or was Booth the tip of the iceberg in a grander scheme, one that included government officials, Confederate operatives, and powerful financiers? Our AI analysis doesn't claim to have absolute truth, but when we lay out the evidence, the official story starts to crumble. So now we turn it over to you. If you were investigating this case, what would be the first piece of evidence you'd examine? Do you think Booth escaped, or was he truly killed at Garrett's farm? Leave your theories in the comments below. And if this unraveling of history has captivated you, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because here at Mysteries Decoded by I, the truth is only a question away. See you in the next episode.